Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Blackout Gaming TV. My name is Raishi, and sitting beside me in the virtual casting booth today is the one and only Nexus.
Hello.
And manning our camera today will be Heavy's GPS. So tonight we've got a pretty interesting game for you. We've got a Division 1 Wireplay game. Between two teams that are sort of sitting at the bottom of the table at the moment. KÄFTEN is bottom and SFS is trying his new computer is second bottom. So KÄFTEN, of course, if we look at the match right now, we have blue team is KÄFTEN and red team is SFS is trying his new computer, which is a sort of a mixed team between two teams. You've got a little bit of Osmos, which is a French team, the second best French Highlander team after Tutu, and you've got Pick Up the Pace members, who of course is a sort of around a Season 8 high-level Platinum team, basically. Now, I've just been told that they that they started about 30 seconds ago, so we've probably got a minute to introduce ourselves. Nexus, have you got anything to say?
Well, I'm just hoping for a good game right here. Not really versed with these teams. I don't know many of these players, so I'll be excited to see who goes big, who doesn't, and we'll have a good game, hopefully.
Well, they've just started now, and I'm going to be watching Toba's roll out to mid. Toba, a very good demo man, been getting better as I watch him more and more, actually. So he's going to be taking the normal rollout onto process middle, and here he comes. Both demos taking not too much damage. Can't seem to find Smear actually getting out a better rollout and putting out a bit more damage, but Toba takes him down nice and easy. The Milchman getting in there and cutting him down. That was nice. A lot of players going down for KÄFTEN now. They've lost two, but on Kaja counters with the pyro kill onto Lex, but it's not going to be enough. They're really going to have to get forced out here. Denia gets a nice kill onto Toba, but it's not going to be enough as far as I can see. They're 4 players up and they're having to back away from this middle.
That was a very good mid-fight right there by SFS. We saw the demo go down right there for KÄFTEN, and from there it just spiraled down. They really lost that mid-fight.
Yeah, that was pretty standard, pretty nice, pretty by-the-book play, but it works for him, so why not? Connor Slayer, which is, of course, Denia, tagged up as Connor Slayer, even though I'm not entirely sure if Connor's in the game. If he is, he's tagged up as FK. Denia got off some nice headshots there, which has basically stopped them from pushing straight onto second, because SFS, or Red Team, could have really pushed off and taken second as well, which would have been really good for them. But Denia getting some nice headshots and stopping them, taking out the heavy and the demo, which obviously, of course, is in Highlander you cannot push without your heavy and your demo. Well, you can, but it'd be bloody hard. Nexus?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just watching some sniper perspective right now. We're just seeing a pretty solid hold going on right now between both teams. They both have Uber though, so they're probably looking to push in right about now. And Uber is popped right there by KÄFTEN. Yeah,
I've just confirmed that FK is Connor. He's a Prem Sixes player. Well, I say Prem. Prem Div 1 Sixes player, very good sniper. He's in auto aim, but it looks like Saints are pushing back onto this middle. They've lost a lot of players though. They're going to have to get out. Lex comes in with a nice flank from behind. Doesn't quite manage to take that medic down with the pro flare shot, but it doesn't happen. So Saints, they've tried to push on. They've failed a little bit, but they're staying in here. They've only got their heavy and the medic sat on choke with the spy around them. There's an engineer coming on as well, but it looks to be. Oh, there we go. Here comes Isil. Prem level spy plays for Tutu, the best Highlander team in the world, supposedly, or in Europe at least. And they're just sitting on the point. They're just trying to cap this out and try and get some nice kills. Milchman and Connor going down there, so that's pretty good for them. They've got the point, but they lost their medic. And Zabi plays for Osmos or SFS on red team here is on 90%. So SFS is going to want to re-push this as soon as possible and try and take down Caps when he respawns.
Yep, with Zabi having a pretty high advantage, it's looking like SFS is going to want to push back into mid. They did lose a lot of players, but both teams have a run off. So this would be the ideal time because right now KÄFTEN is just building up their Uber. They're at about 50% right now.
Yeah, I think in this, so we've got a little bit of a stalemate situation, so we'll try and... oh, no, Uber push coming out of PC here, and a couple of players going down for blue. Here they come, they're taking up that right side. Are they going to be able to do anything? Blue pretty much just left mid, which is a really clever situation for them. Then they can suicide a few players in, maybe get a few picks. Smear going down there, which Not going to be helpful for him. But I don't think they want to fight this. There are only 5 players up, and one of those players is incredibly lit. And they just sort of want to stay back. They don't want to... They've got Uber. In fact, here they come. The medic and heavy coming in right there, getting a couple players, Jonah and Zabi going down there. So that's the heavy and med down. And sniper down as well. And they can push straight onto the second point, and they're going to cap it. There's a soldier hidden underneath it, though. Will he be able to do anything? Who knows? He's going to jump up. And he's going to get one rocket onto the med, misses the air shot, and gets shut down by Onkaja.
That was a very good play there by Captain. You saw them taking a very, far back hold, and when the Uber came in, they just walked out of the point, built it up, and came straight back on. Now they have second. That was actually really well done by them.
Yeah, definitely. They lost their demo a bit early, and again he goes down right now, but other than that, it was really well executed. But FK coming in, getting a double headshot, and Alba going down as well, and Red pretty much going to be able to recap this.
Yeah, after they capped it, they didn't really have a ton of presence there. Smitty's really been going down their demo right there on Captain. During all the pushes I've seen, he goes down pretty early.
Yeah, Toby getting some good picks onto him, actually. In fact, both demos are practically bottom scoring for their team, which is on a sixes map like this, or well, I say a sixes map, a 5 CP map like this. It's really not what you want to be happening. Demos should have a lot of presence at mids and in pushes as well, but both of them seem to be going down pretty early to snipers or to each other, which is obviously not what you want.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of focus being put on the demos, especially in the mid fight and during pushes, and I mean, it can shut down a push, but these teams are actually seeming to do a pretty good job of pushing without them, most notably Captain pushing onto mid and then into second without their demo.
Yeah. But a couple of picks going down. Saints sitting pretty comfortably on this point. They've lost a few players. The soldier tries to come in, but he's going to get shut down by that mini sentry. And the back cap, in fact, going on as well. There's a blue back cap. Who is it going to be? It's the heavy and medic and the demo, in fact. So this is really good for them here. The scout trying to come in behind him, but it's not going to happen. As he just runs in and just gets shut down by Onkaja. The milkman there getting absolutely wrecked. But Captain comes in and gets a nice shot onto him. And the medic goes down. Toba and Captain paying it for it with their lives, but with no medic, and the fact that Zabi is going to have pretty much a 40% Uber advantage defending this last is going to be really helpful for him.
That was actually a very sneaky back cap. They got the point. They did lose their med, but they are going to be able to hold this second pretty easily, it looks like.
Yeah, a lot of the players were behind them, and that's really not what you want. They had the soldier and the demo behind them, which of course ended up with their med dying, but they ended up cleaning them up, and once their med's up and once he's got Uber, they can just push this.
Yep, I mean, right now would be Zabi's time to get his Uber up, push in before they have it, because if they do get it, they're going to easily be able to storm last.
Well, I mean, Zabi has, like I said, got a 40-50% Uber advantage right now. Do you think he'd be able to push out? Do you think his team, SFS team, would be able to push out? In fact, they are. They're really suiciding their scout and their spy in to try and, get. Well, I say suiciding the spy. That's what the spy's supposed to do. But the scout as well going with them. They're trying to get the pick so that they can push out because they knew they had advantage, which is obviously a great play.
You see Toba very lit right here, and Soldier going on. It's looking like they can't push out. Yep, Caps does have the Uber. He pops it straight in.
They just need to find the picks now. They need to get that demo down. They need to get that heavy as well, and they're not finding it at the moment. This is going to be a nice hold from SFS team. And in fact, they're probably going to be able to push out now because there's only 4 up with a couple of respawns for the blue team. It's the heavy demo, medic demo, but they're getting spammed out by the heavy of red team. And in fact, this looks like it could be a cap. Maybe not.
It's looking like they're playing pretty conservatively, and they're actually down quite a few right now, only 3 up. It's looking like Captain, ironically, is going to be able to push back in. They're losing a lot of players, too.
Yeah, that was a strange push from them. They seemed to sort of... They got completely stalled by the medic and the demo. I thought the medic and the demo would have gone down there, but they just... they weren't walking towards them, they were just trying to exchange shots, and in that situation, the heavy versus the demo, with the demo's got cover, the demo's going to win.
This is a very awkward pressure of last. Med is alone, he has 80% Uber, that's going to be a lot to lose right now.
Well, he's going to go down. I mean, there's 6 red players around him, there's no way he's going to survive that.
Yep.
But
that was a very
he's
awkward
bought
like
enough time for his team to defend this point, I think. Especially as the heavies come in now. They've got a Solly, they've got a Pyro.
That was a very awkward exchange on last right there. I mean, Captain was staying there far beyond how long they should have been. They were losing players and kept their combo stationed on last, trying to cap it.
Yeah, this is a nice recap, but they lose a lot of players for it from SFS. And it's pretty much just going to get recapped immediately, and their med's got a huge advantage over Zabi. So as soon as they get this, they're going to want to build this, and then as soon as they get it, they're pushing straight into last. Especially with that Uber, they need to just go. If they wait, they'll get wrecked, and it just won't be pretty. Because at the moment, SFS are getting some really good holds on their last.
Surprised to see Anubis not switch over to level 3s right now. He's still just placing a mini right there, covering last.
Well, they want to push out as soon as possible, that's the problem. It's much easier to save a soldier on your last than it is to just like spend all that time with a sentry stuff, I think. I don't know, I don't play engineer. I could be complete rubbish at the moment. But here comes the Uber. Like I said, they want to come straight in with this. A lot of players not really going down, but Toby goes down there. Lex goes down as well. Yeah, nice. This is what they want. They want a nice push. Load of players going down for red, and they need to just concentrate, focus the point right now. Because Captain and Connor, the only ones up. Connor with 74 health. Can he get... No, he can't get 7 headshots in a row. It's not going to happen. That goes our first round to KÄFTEN here, the Swedish team over on blue. And this is going to be our second middle. If you'd like to take us through this, Nexus.
I'm watching Smurry roll out right now on blue. He messes up his rollout, though. He's going to be very late to mid right now, going through, oh, what is it? The call.
Sewer.
I haven't played Process in a while, I don't know what it calls.
Sewer, Toxic, whatever.
Yes, Sewer. He is coming out, though, by their health pack. Combo's just going to rotate with him. They were very late to mid, but they didn't lose anyone yet. First death is going to go to Captain, though. Their sniper going down. Right now, both teams at about equal Uber. Both team 1 down, 2 down right here on SFS. Smeary's just spamming the point right here. 3 down for SFS, 2 down for KÄFTEN. No one has a clear winner of this mid fight yet. They're still both pressuring it.
Oh, the Uber comes out on the red health pack though, but it gets countered immediately by Zabi. And in fact, Blue finding a couple of picks on the flank, but the combo is having to really retreat here. They drop the heavy. And the demo, wanting to come back in against the heavy. Is he going to make it? He's putting a lot of damage down onto this heavy, but he's being healed by the medic. That heavy must be so lit right now. But
it's looking like they're just going to have to back out of mid.
Yeah. There we go. The heavy goes down, and that leaves the medic and the scout on mid. And that's going to be some pretty much clean-up frags right there for Blue. And they win this mid, I think, in the end. A bit scrappy fight, but they win it in the end.
That was a very long, drawn-out mid fight, and it really did take an Uber to decide that. Even after the Uber, it took a few picks.
Yeah, well, when the Ubers happened, no one really did anything until the Blue lost their heavy. But Blue got a load of picks on the flank, which allowed their flank classes, their soldier and their scout, to come in and actually do something. Which I think was pretty much the decider it coming out at the end of that middle.
We're going to see the entirety of Blue team rolling through IT right here. They're looking to cap second off this, I think.
Well, they should. They got some good picks, and they ended up with huge Uber advantage. So why not? You know, take it.
Uber does get exchanged by each team.
Oh, Smear in behind the red combo. Is he going to be able to do anything? He's putting a lot of damage down. The Pyro chases him in, and then not a lot. He doesn't get a lot of picks, but he puts a lot of damage down, which is what he really wants, which is great. On Kaja, cleaning up there, getting a couple of kills, taking down the sentry and the teleporter. Smear actually getting really aggressive into the red heavy medic combo, but he gets Angie comes in and meat shots him down, but no, he manages to get saved by his medic there, which is a nice play from him. But red, now they've a load of players down. Caps has got a slight disadvantage, but they're just going to push in anyway. They've got the player advantage. They know they can just spam point and just take them down. Especially with that heavy getting pretty low there of Jonuf.
Uber is getting popped right here by SFS. They're trying to make use of it, but it's looking like they can't even catch up to KÄFTEN right now.
Well,
Caps did go down though.
Yeah,
so,
Caps went down. He pushed in and he did have slight disadvantage, and they really should have focused on just letting the enemy come to him, because he went down before he even got Uber there. And Blue just really want to get aggressive onto this point, and they're going to get it. A lot of players going down, but on Kajik, the heavy going down for Blue. And Red could really push off this. In fact, they could push right now. They need to get on this point. This is the way they're going to win this match, is if they get on this point right now. Nice headshot there from FK. I'm not quite sure who we managed to get, but it was someone. Oh, Smear getting taken down there. That's the demo. No demo. The med's alone on mid. Are they going to chase him? They're not going to chase him. They're just going to be content to cap this point, which is really good for them, I think.
That was a very good counter push right there. They really waited to get picks before they walked in and lost their players, which is something that KÄFTEN didn't do. They walked in at a disadvantage. They had the player advantage, but I mean, red team did get their spawns pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
They've actually Blue haven't really got that many players on the point right now. They've got the heavy and the medic, and the demo's just got up, but they're not really finding any kills. They're all here now, which is what they wanted. But red maybe could have pushed off that. I feel, you know, SFS, they really could have taken that midpoint there if they'd been aggressive. If they'd been a bit more aggressive, it would have been risky, yeah. But from what I can see, it would have worked. But obviously, maybe they couldn't. They obviously can't see what I can see. So, you know, the blue Uber does get popped on the point, but the Pyro's going to come in from behind. Doesn't get anything, but Caps goes down to some nice air spam from Jonah for taking that medic down as he's in midair. But Smear gets taken down by Onkaja. Sorry, Toba gets taken down by Onkaja before he gets backstabbed. And red, the come out of this blue push is really strong, as they just sort of backed up and let the Uber happen, and then they push back into it. And Zabi now has, of course, his 100%. They're capping middle. They could really take the second point quite easily here.
It's looking like they can take second point right now. KÄFTEN does want to at least spam them lightly on the point before they have to back out and give up mid. Not many picks going down, though, on SFS. 2 down, though, on KÄFTEN. It's looking like SFS, if they want, they can push in right now. They have the player advantage. They have a huge Uber advantage.
Yeah, red need to go with this. They've found a couple of picks. The only one down is their spy, and realistically, not a lot he can do at this point. They lose their soldier though on the push, and the Uber gets popped out straight out of choke. The demo gets forced in by some spam, and a lot of spam coming onto the blue point, which is the medic is taking a lot of spam here. Is he going to go down? He's not. He manages to back out straight away into the lower right and manages to get out. But there's a back cap going on in mid right now, and that's going to be the soldier and the scout trying to just cap that point out before red. They're not getting enough players on the point. The nice re-push from blue here, actually taking them down, and that's going to be the mid point and probably the second point as well. The red medic Zabi is trapped out between the blue back cappers and the red and the actual blue team. Is he going to be able to get out? He manages to escape into sewer and find his soldier, but yeah, he manages to get out of that somehow.
That was a very good play there right there by KÄFTEN. They knew they didn't have the players or, you know, the positioning to hold the second point right there, so they sent their soldier and scout combo onto mid, and they did get the cap. They just stalled out the second as long as they could.
Yeah, it was really nice from them. And again, it actually puts blue in a huge position, a hugely really good position, because with Zabi not building as he was running away, the blue Uber just get forced, but he still has that huge advantage. Can they push in? The heavy gets completely denied, and the Uber completely wasted as KÄFTEN jumped in earlier and popped it off nice and early for them.
So we're just looking at a bit of a kind of stalematy hold right here. Zabi does have Uber though, so it might be looking like SFS wants to push in. Yeah, they do want to push in right now. They're bringing their combo through choke. Uber does get popped right here.
Blue actually staying in a lot longer than I thought they would, but eventually they back out into PC, and this needs to be a cap point for red right now. Otherwise, the same thing might happen to them as they lose their second point to a back cap, but it's not going to happen at the moment. But oh, MDG Angel Demeria jumps in and kills KÄFTEN, but doesn't actually manage to get anything else done. Red need to push off now. They need to jump in. They need to do stuff. Blue trapped at choke with their whole combo, but that's all they've really got up on the point. Only a couple of respawns coming in with the scout and the sniper. They need to move. They've got the positioning. They've got the players. Red need to go, but they lose their demo. That's really not going to be helpful for them.
Caps popping his Uber right there. It's straight through IT. They're taking down the combo right now. They did not get a pick on Zabi though. He's going to have a at least a 60% advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I think really didn't need to be a push. I think. Smear, they're going to get the main point, but Caps goes down there to a backstab from Isil, and they're going to have to give this up because they know Zabi's got 100%, and they, if SFS can push this point without popping their Uber, it's going to be great for them, because then they can push second point and pop their Uber and get a load of kills, and then push lasting, win that while blue are respawning. So what blue want to do right now is they want to force the Uber, but it doesn't happen. Red Uber comes in, not finding anyone at the moment. It's finding the NG, and he eventually gets taken down, but the Heavy finds some kills on the flank. And they need to cap this, and they need to go to second point right now. But it's not going to happen, unfortunately. There's too many players up on blue.
Blue does lose a lot right there. They're 4 down right now. Red could at least cap mid right here. I don't see why they don't have the players on it right now. Oh, the combo is actually just rushing mid again, though. This is a very, like, drawn-out mid fight. I mean, it started with a push straight in from KÄFTEN. Then SFS pushes back in. And the push is still really going on. We don't know who's going to take this point yet.
I think Saints have definitely got that, yeah. A load of players going down for red. They're big damage classes with Toba and Jonath going down. And Saints pushing straight into the second point. They're playing the aggressive role here. They're pushing against a sentry and a soldier, but it's not going to happen. This sentry is not going to kill anyone. The crits actually comes out there from Smear and not finding anyone, but with that, Zabi's got his 100%. So they can push out. The red team, SFS, can push out with this 100%. But do they want to push against this crits that they know is coming up? But no, Isil comes in, backstabs Caps. That's no medic there. And blue, a bit of a shaky hold on this second point now, as red can come out with Uber. And in fact they do. They come straight out of rollout, pushing in, trying to get aggressive onto blue. Not really finding anyone. They lose the sniper. But that's about it. And the pyro.
And we're watching right here. Every time KÄFTEN really wants to push into second, they lose a lot of players doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, right there, they did lose their men straight on the points, and I mean, from there it was just a shaky hold. Uber got popped in, and they lost it. Looking like mid's also going to go to SFS right here, because blue is still quite a few down. They're 3 down still.
Yeah, they're really stacking it though, which means that blue knows that they're all on the point. They're all going to be coming in. That sniper's watching choke. He wants to get that pick off. Manages to take Toba there, so that's no demo for red, and that's going to stop their push right away. That's going to stop their push. They have advantage, so that as soon as Toba gets back up to them, they can push. But it's halted enough time for Caps to maybe get his Uber as well, especially if he builds fast.
Yeah, Caps is just like furiously healing people, trying to get his Uber up. Zabi's about to have it. Not sure where the demo is. SFS is quite a few down though. They probably don't want to push.
No,
right
not now.
At least.
That nice sniper pick at the beginning, it basically saved the KÄFTEN for quite a bit of time actually, which is really nice.
Like
but
SFS does want to take a position though, in IT at least.
Well, they know they've just got the respawn, so they can, if they can get aggressive here, they know they want to. But they're just going to back out. They're just going to rotate back over to mid, try and put some spam down there. They know the demo was watching IT, so you don't want to walk in past a sticky trap there, obviously. So just going to sort of rotate around a bit, try and find an entrance at the moment, try and let their flank classes get a pick. But no, a lot of players going down for red right now. Demiltsman, Issel, and KÄFTEN all down, so they have no flank right now. So blue can really make a nice push out of this.
Both teams are just chilling. Looking like KÄFTEN does want to make a move.
Zabi drops
not
super
really.
there to Denia. Just like to point that out. Denia getting a nice headshot onto Zabi, taking him down. No Uber for him. Toba going down as well to Smear, and blue pushing. They want to get in on this. There's a level 3 sentry on mid though, which is not helpful. But it goes straight down to Smear. And the Cap's holding on to his Uber as well, which is not the best position when there's going to be an Ubered heavy coming out. A crits heavy, should I say. A crits heavy. He gets Jonath there. Lex and Issel also going down. Blue rushing onto the point. They're getting loads of picks. Mint picking up a double kill with his mini sentry there. And blue are just going to keep pushing. Their combo's going to get aggressive while their engineer just sits on the point and just caps it really nicely.
Yep, we're seeing the combo push straight into choke right now. They look like they want to get on second. They're not sure if they can right now. They probably can though, because I mean, SFS, there's still a few down. They're looking to back out right now. KÄFTEN pushing right in, losing players though, taking a lot of spam. They're gonna back out.
Ooh, Issel just flanks in around the side and takes down Caps, and he might even catch up to Smear. He's putting a lot of damage down to, but no, goes down to the pain train. Red losing so many players who tried to get aggressive to follow in that blue failed push and chase down frags, but ooh, Denia just walking in, just casually walking in and taking down Zabi with a nice headshot, and red just losing so many players now. Denia doing lots and lots of work, taking down everyone, and damaging everyone. Sitting at third on the scoreboard for his team. On Kaja, in fact, sitting at first above his medic. 3 dominations, ridiculous heavies, man. They're too strong.
These are like, these are very expensive pushes that each team are making. Like, you saw right there that SFS really tried to hold for a long time. They lost a lot of players, including their medic. And KÄFTEN really wanted to push in, and they kept doing that, and they lost a lot of players, including their medic. But I mean, in the end, it did work out for KÄFTEN right now, taking the points.
Yeah, they've got this, and while they did lose their medic, they also, the enemy team lost their medic. So their Ubers are pretty much even right now. Cap's actually building slightly faster than Xavi. And as soon as they want to get this, I think they want to push straight in. But they lose a couple of players on the flank, they lose their soldier, and they lose their scout, which is perhaps not the best.
They're using the crits right now, so they're just looking to outbuild Xavi and just push in straight with the crits.
Yeah, but that soldier's jumped in, and is he gonna... Oh, he doesn't quite manage to kill the medic. But the crit actually gets forced, and Toba just spams pipes and takes down Caps before he can actually do anything with the crits. And Red actually getting a really nice push on here. They're getting the right picks that they need. That Pyro just running around, but he's probably going to go down here. Yeah, he gets sniped by Connor.
That was a lot of picks that SFS just really found in the right times. I mean, they really did just get that second. They're looking to push on the mid right now. Combo's going straight through choke.
Yeah, there's only a sentry and a medic and an NG to defend this at the moment, so they can pretty much just take this point and just put a nice push off, especially as the NG wants to get really aggressive. Just Mint just walking in and shotgun killing Toba and getting out alive as well. But the Miltsman finds Smear on the opposite end of the spectrum, so both demos down for their team. And Red, they probably just want to sit on this point at the moment. They have Uber, and Caps has 75%. It's still crits actually, he's still running crits, so they want to get aggressive here. Red want to go, they want to get their demo up and they want to go straight into this crits, because crits is terrible defensively, unless you play it particularly right. Which, in a crisis situation, with the enemy getting in your face with an Uber, it's pretty hard to do a good defensive
Caps
crits.
is looking to come up with the Uber right now, it's going straight through choke, they're going to pop it right now. Uber popped in return though. Wasted crits.
Yep. They wanted to get aggressive, they needed to make a play off that, because now if SFS don't cap this point, which it's unlikely that they will, because that soldier jumps in and tries to take SFS's medic, but Zabi managing to just get out alive on 10 HP there. A nice play by him, surfing those rockets away. But a lot of players going down for both teams. Saints actually losing probably more players, and this will continue as time goes on, because that's a lot of spam coming out. The soldier jumps in, but no, the medic goes down. Zabi goes down as well though. So many players managing to try and get out of here for Saints. Caps manages to just surf out on 60% into the rollout from the Solhe jump. And Saints are going to have a good hold. You know, they've got a lot of players up, and Red, I wouldn't have thought they'd want to go in straight away, and they're not. They want to sit back. They want to just build their Uber and, you know, stop Saints from pushing out with the fact that Caps has got 60%, 100% crit, should I say.
Looking like Caps does want to push just straight out, popping the Uber, going through. They're getting a few picks, they did get Zabi with that, so it was 6 crits right there. They got the heavy and the medic, and looking like they can retake second straight away.
Yeah, they got a lot of denial classes there. The only sort of heavy damage coming out of SFS right now is Toba, and he's not really anywhere near enough to actually put as much damage out. Captain's there as well, but it's not going to be enough. The Pyro's just going to be able to reflect anything that happens. And Blue, ooh, nice shot by Alba, but Spy comes in, gets shut down. It's still very close to backstabbing that medic there. And Saints just a nice repush. They got some nice crits out there, and they just cap second, and they're just going to walk in and take the sniper as well. Smear getting aggressive, shuts down the sniper.
Yep, looking like Saints are really just determined to push straight on the mid right now. SFS just acknowledging that they don't have that, they're backing out, just straight to second.
Yeah, the crits actually comes out again and takes down Zabi and Toba once again. But the heavy, ooh, nice flank by him, trying to put out as much damage as possible. He actually takes down on Kaja there, but he's got 1 health and not able to do anything. But the crits again came out, took out the medic and the demo at the choke, and SFS really having to back up here. They need to get back on. I think they need to get back on last. I don't think they can defend this second point, and Saints have got enough players here to actually just get aggressive in. Denia somehow managing to surf the demo sticks past everyone, get behind onto last on 1 HP, and he's probably going to just sit behind and just try and get a sniper pick somewhere.
SFS and Saints both regaining most of their players right now. Looking like we're going to go back to a pretty much stalematy hold till at least one medic has his Uber. Zabi has about the 20%
oh my god!
advantage.
Denier came in from behind. He got surfed behind the red team and tried to come in out of lobby straight and just headshot their med from like 2 feet away, but he missed and tried to pan him, and that didn't quite work. But it would have been so amazing if it had actually caught that. But just missing.
Yeah, we are just looking at a solid hold right here on mid from Saints. They're just sitting there. They know they're a little bit behind. They're doing a pretty far back hold. They're ready to back out the second the Uber gets popped.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to get too aggressive with this. As soon, yeah, Zabi's Uber comes out, and Blue just quite happy to just back out. They lose their pyro, but it's a necessary pick to stop them from coming out. In fact, the crits comes out again. Zabi goes down. Are they going to be able to get an NOS? Yeah, Lex, the pyro going down as well. And Red, they're finding it hard to hold this point. They've got the heavy in the demo, but they haven't got any heals. And if they can get some nice flanks in by Saints, but no. Everyone goes down for the Saints there. That was... I'm not quite sure what happened there. I was watching the kill feed. It didn't look like that many Saints members went down, but everyone just died. Ridiculous.
Yeah, right now the only one that lived through that were Caps and the Heavy right there. Right now it's looking like SFS, they're determined to just go straight back on a second. But they're losing a lot of players too.
They crit the Spy and the Sniper, and just get some crit long shots there, and that's that going down. But that's it, I think. Yeah,
they ran out the clock. Yeah.
Yeah, they ran out of clock. Out of time, should I say? Ran out of clock. Oh dear. So
that was only a 1-round game. Second round just never got finished.
No, I can't see the logs. This is rubbish. I can't see it in game. Ugh, TF True, you fail me. Gonna have to go to the internet and go on logs.tf and find the logs that way. I mean, come on, it's old school. So looking at the logs right now, Samir actually top damaging by 14,000. That was a 1-0 game. That didn't feel like a 1-0 game, but it was a 1-0 game. Such a long second round, such a long first round as well, to be honest. But Saints, if you look at the damage, Smear top damaged on 14,000, but then Toba, Jonah, and Captain all came behind him in the 2, 3, and 4 positions. So it was a pretty even game, as you can tell by the score. I mean, half an hour and the last point was capped once, which is, well, it's not good. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that was an extremely even game. We saw a lot of fights just centering out around either second or midpoint. We didn't really see a lot of fighting going in on last, except for a few times.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there wasn't any point where any team particularly got a huge advantage over the next team and actually capitalized on it and used it really well. It was just a lot of scrappy fighting there, which is because they're so evenly matched, to be honest. Top fragging would be on Kaja, the Saints heavy. The KÄFTEN heavy, should I say? I've been calling them Saints, and I apologise because quite a few of them are made up of the Division 1 Sixes team Saints.
They are KÄFTEN. Okay, I heard you start saying Saints, and so I started saying Saints.
They are KÄFTEN, but I keep calling them Saints because they've got the Saints tag, and I think 4 of them are from Saints, and that's why. Caps, on Kaja, Denier, and Hank are all Saints main, and they're a Div 1 Sixes team, and you know I've been watching a lot of Sixes at the moment, so that's the reason I keep calling them Saints. They're not Saints, they are KÄFTEN, which is a Swedish team and a Swedish Highlander team. In fact, we never actually went through any rosters.
We didn't really get enough of a hold. I was about to say we should at one point, but they started pushing in.
Yeah, I tried to start it, then suddenly the Uber was popped, and it's just like I had to keep casting. It wasn't really the most action-filled game, but something was always happening, which is good, you know.
Well, right about now in the STV, everyone's joining, so if you want to go over rosters right now, this would be the time. Are they playing the second game?
Yeah. This is the second map. With like longer maps like Payload, you do 2 sides of it, but with shorter maps, such as 5CP and Koth, they'll do 1 of each. So the first map would have been Process, of course, as you obviously saw, and the second map, which is Viaduct, which again you can clearly see this is Viaduct. Which actually, that's not Viaduct RC3, is it? No, it's definitely RC4,
I believe.
Definitely RC4. But yeah, well, I'm just waiting for them to actually like get on the right team because they're confusing me at the moment. But I know for a fact that KÄFTEN over on the blue, mostly on the blue team, should I say? They've got Connor Slayer, which is Denier on Sniper. They've got Angel Di Maria on Soldier. They've got Caps on Medic, Hank on Scout. It's Mint, which is a probably top 2 or 3 NGs in the EU, in my opinion. He will be on the. He's merking for them on Engineer. He doesn't actually play for them. We've got Smear on Demo. Alba on Pyro, I believe. Carol on. What was Carol playing? I think he was on the Spy and on Casual on Heavy. Okay, they've just started the second map, so if you want to quickly run through the red team right now, Nexus.
The red team, I'm really scared I'm going to butcher these names, but we're watching right here on the red team. It's KÄFTEN, right? No, that's not KÄFTEN,
no,
that's SFS.
Yeah.
So on SFS we have Der Milchman
Yeah, that's
on
right.
Scout, Lex on Pyro, Anubis on NG, I remember.
Yep.
Zombies on Medic, KÄFTEN is on Soldier, Isil is on Spy, FK is on Sniper, Joe C is on Heavy, and Toba on Demo.
Yeah, of course. Quite a lot of players there. I think Connor, again, I mentioned earlier, he's a Prem Scout, off-classes a lot to Sniper. He's actually an auto-aim, so he's considered one of the best snipers in the world, if you, yeah, the proper auto-aim. So, you know, he's been getting some good shots, but then again, Denier has been matching him pretty well so far. Connor actually played in a Sixers match that I was watching yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember. And basically, his team lost, and in post-match interviews it was said that Connor, he subbed in for another one of his teammates, and apparently he hadn't been playing for a couple of days, so he wasn't at his best, and that's, as it's only a day ago, so that's probably the same today. But they've actually just gone live here, so I'm going to be watching Toba to middle. He jumps in, actually does the second sticky jump there, and Smear taking the high ground and actually getting a lot of damage down onto Toba, but his medic comes in and saves him just at the end. No picks yet so far on this mid, but Red pretty much taking the nice pick. Milchman gets the first pick, and ooh, Isil comes in and gets a double on the Heavy and medic, and that's going to be really good for him. Red only losing, ooh, Angel Di Maria just jumps in, taking down Zabi, and Hank getting the nice pick. SFS, they started really well, but then it's just got absolutely destroyed by flank classes, the Scout and the Soldier of KÄFTEN, and Milchman coming in and not doing a lot. Sorry, should I say? Hang on, I'm getting confused.
We're only one up on KÄFTEN right here. Demo does have to back out. No one's taking this mid yet. We see a lot of picks going on from either team right there on that mid. Though it does look like SFS is going to be pretty determined to take this, unless the Heavy walks in.
Yeah, that was
no clear winners.
It's a pretty brutal mid there. Pretty much almost everyone going down, and Blue, eventually they managed to get their respawns just in time, and actually they're going to start capping this point, which is what they really need to do, because the whole point of KOF is you need to cap the point right now, and they do actually cap it and start counting this timer down. They want to get aggressive right now. Zabi's set on 100 health, so he could die to a long-range, close-range rocket, should I say. But he's got crits, he's got 100% crits. He's going to want to go with this. But the crit demo comes out. Is he going to be able to do anything? No, he's not. He does, yes, he takes down Albert and Smear, and Mint as well, and Hank. A lot of players going down there. But SFS reply by taking down the demo and the medic and the Heavy, and they just wipe everyone. The only one up is Denier, and he takes down Toba, but gets pipe killed for his troubles.
We're watching a lot of deaths go down with these crits. This is pretty fantastic to watch. It's a lot different than the kind of slowness we saw in the process fights.
Yeah, I mean, that was a total wipe from KÄFTEN there, which is, well, it's pretty good. Let's put it that way. It's pretty good. You know, you want to wipe the enemy, but of course they do get that huge spawn wave now, and they're bum rushing the point and getting a lot of picks for it. Smear, their only casualty at the moment, and Caps just managing to get out right now. But they're going to cap the point, and they want to get aggressive here. They're going to cap the point, but the crits comes out from Red. Is it going to be able to find him? It finds the Engineer. Mint going down there, but at the moment that's the only crit kill. Actually failing to find anyone else. They're just going to take down the sentry gun, but of course crits doesn't affect sentries. So, bit of a wasted crits there, only taking down the Engineer.
Right there, we're seeing SFS get right back on the point. Both teams are about even in crits right here. Oh, Zabi going down right there to Spy though. So we're gonna see Caps with about a 40% advantage, if he keeps building at least.
Yeah, SFS actually holding that point. They wasted the crits, but with some nice flanking play. Caps going down again to Isil. Some nice flanking play from them. They're going to be able to hold this point, I think. And while Blue want to get an aggressive out on that concrete side, they have no heals, and if they get spammed too much, they're just going to have to back off or die. And you want to stay alive, basically. The longer you're alive, and there we go. FK taken down on Kaja with a nice headshot. And Snakes, they're trying to get on the point. They've actually capped the point here, but SFS in a much better position, and with a huge Uber advantage. They're going to want to get aggressive with this. They need to. Sorry, I say Uber advantage. Both teams are still running crits. But Soldier jumps in. Angel of the Maria comes in and takes down Zabi, but he gets shut down for his troubles. But of course, he's got that important medkick, and Red losing a lot of players. Sorry, Blue going to pretty much behold this point. They negated the medic's crits advantage, and they're just going to hold. That's what they need to do. They don't want to get too aggressive. They don't want to hold too far forward and get punished for it. They just want to just calmly sit here and just, you know, let Red push them. You know,
Caps did get bombed right there, but it does not go down. They're going to have a 100% right now on the crit. Caps healing up. They have it. They're going to be going in the crits right now.
Yeah,
Caps does go down though. Right after.
Yeah, well, Smear and Caps going down pretty much immediately to different players on Red team, just completely destroying that crits. But Red losing quite a few players as well. Their heavy and their demo are down. But Blue mostly getting just cleaned up here, which is nice. You know, I like it when people clean. They've got the heavy just sat. Yeah, he's got 170 health and he's ready to just jump out and just shut down anyone. But no, it's not going to happen. He gets Captain actually.
The soldier.
Yeah, it's close. But the Milchman goes down to Smear over there, and Red, they're bum rushing the point. They've got crits, but they're not going to find anyone with it. But it completely denies everyone from coming, which is nice.
Okay, Caps has the advantage right here, but I almost hate to say that because we've seen the meds just constantly be going down. Not many crits is going up, and when they do, you see just full team wipes. Or utter denies. The second they get popped.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Sorry, people are talking to me. Please carry on. I'm getting
okay, well,
sidetracked.
SBS has the point right now. They are about 20 seconds behind KÄFTEN right here. I almost started calling them Saints again. And Uber, though, gets popped right here by Caps. Not crit. Going straight in. They're not going to get much done. Crits does get popped in response by SFS. Heavy going down, though, for KÄFTEN. They're down about 4 right now. Meanwhile, SFS is all of their players up except their scout. Pushing straight back on the point. They're going to hold this pretty easily.
Yeah,
KÄFTEN only has 2-0.
Yeah, KÄFTEN losing pretty much everyone there. And that's going to be a nice hold from SFS. They're going to keep that point, and they're going to probably just count down. This is probably a round win from them, unless we get some hero plays coming out of Cowell. He takes down Toba, but no, gets shut down. Doesn't manage to get that medic at all. Although, SFS actually losing quite a few players here. Yeah, they lose pretty much everyone, and, you know, I shouldn't call things before they're actually happening, because that's going to be a recap for KÄFTEN. Yeah, they've got a strong presence on the point. Zabi's got 100% crits, but, you know, if he doesn't push soon enough, Caps is going to get his Uber. And they need to go, and they need to go now. And here it comes, crits is coming out right now. It comes out... Where does it come out?
Straight from...
Comes onto the
somewhere.
sniper. It goes onto the sniper. I'm telling you right now, it went onto the sniper, but Angel de Maria just came in and just got a 5k, so, you know... Nice soldier play there, 6k.
Right about now.
6k. He just got a 6k. So that's some nice soldier play there.
Caps just pops his Uber on the point. They're just gonna stand here.
Yeah.
They've got it. That is gonna be the first round going to KÄFTEN.
Yeah, the crit sniper not often used. Probably for a reason. You can't get out as much damage as a heavy, but of course you can get those important picks if you're sniping and just get body shot someone. That's 150 damage right there. Which is good. Obviously, Smear getting really aggressive onto the heavy onto the demo of Toba here, and in fact he's maybe going to get him, but no, he manages to survive and find his medic. KÄFTEN going to be the first death, and Denia getting a double kill, taking down Zabi as well, and FK. That's nice. That's put Saints in a really good position. Those 3 picks from their sniper. Caps counter killed though, and Onkaja and Denia also going down. So SFS again. This is a really scrappy, brutal mid. You know, everyone's dying. You know, there's not a particular winner.
These two teams, I mean, it almost, like, just helps to show how evenly matched they are. Mid-fights don't last how they normally do. I mean, they're really drawn out. They're really bloody. I mean, everyone goes down during these fights right here. The teams just can't decide who's better. They're really evenly matched right here.
Yeah, one team will get an advantage, then something will just happen, and suddenly the other team manages to take the advantage, and Saints actually kept the point, but SFS just came in with their whole team who spawn waved and just retake that point. But KÄFTEN, getting really aggressive here. They get everyone. Out and Kaj are getting a 4 or 5k there, and you know, SFS down to 3 players.
You're just watching right here is like every time a spawn wave comes in, a push comes in, and a new point gets capped.
It's pretty ridiculous. I think they actually got fully wiped there. SFS actually got fully 100% wiped there. And Saints just gonna hold this point. They've got, you know, Caps is on 100%. I don't know if it's Uber or if it's Crits here.
I believe it is Uber right now.
It's Uber. So he's staying on Uber here. And they know that Happy's on 30 health. 30 health medic. That's not a position you want to be in, especially if you've got crits. You can't pop to save yourself. But he's got 80% crits, and they want to get in. They want to get aggressive onto that Uber, and they want to drop Caps because they know that if they crits and Caps doesn't go down, he's just going to pop his Uber, and Blue's just going to get aggressive. There we go. Crits and the Uber getting popped there, right there, and both teams pretty much just sitting on the point. But crits actually outlasting the Uber, and Caps and Onkaja getting killed completely.
That was very nice by Toba right there, if you were watching. He laid down his sticky and waited for the Uber to just wear off.
Oh, was it?
And, they couldn't run away fast enough.
Oh, that was a sick play. I thought it was the one he'd fired, and the crits had just lasted longer than the Uber. No. Which is stupid, really, because it's 5 seconds and 8 seconds, isn't it? God, I'm thick.
Yeah. Oh, dear. I mean, we're just watching spawn wave after spawn wave come in. It's almost hard for me to commentate over this because it's a constant push. You need to constantly be just talking about what's happening. There's little time to analyze what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, Saints came out of that crits that they're on top, and then suddenly, you know, this is what, 20 seconds later, KÄFTEN are back on top. Sorry, you know.
Yeah, KÄFTEN is once again on the point right now, and it's whoever can stall out the other team capping the point the longest is going to win this.
Yeah, it's not a case of who's got better DM or who's got better tactics. It's a case of who can stop the enemy team from getting aggressive, who can get those lucky picks. And at the moment, I'd say KÄFTEN are getting a slightly more amount of lucky picks than SFS.
Zabi's really low right now, though he does get a sandwich or something right there. Man. I mean, blue team, KÄFTEN right now, they are taking a pretty aggressive hold. They got there in combo up on the cliff right here. This might be the first, solid amount of cap time we see. Uber does get forced, though, off of caps right now.
Yeah, the red crit's coming out over on the concrete side doesn't actually manage to find anyone except from Smear, who they popped off to kill. And that puts Red in SFS in a really sort of bad position, especially if they've just lost their sniper. Heavy's still on the point, he's going to take a lot of damage. Soldier tries to get in behind him. He's probably not going to be able to do much. But a surfing engineer of Anubis tries to get in, but doesn't actually manage to get anything done. And the point is actually going to be capped there.
Point. With 1 second left, Milchman caps the point right there. Big plays. Although a lot of SFS is down. Doesn't look like we're going to get much done with that.
Yeah, that's just going to be a recap, and then of course the second round. I believe this is played to 3, so that if KÄFTEN win this current round, then of course they win the overall map 2-0. In fact, overall match 2-0.
Toba is the first mid right there, laying down some sticks before he backs a little bit up.
Once again, SFS getting the early picks, you know. Caps in fact going down there.
Caps down really early right there. Zabi's at 75% right now. Zabi might not go down on this mid, and if so, we're going to see a very early crits come in.
Yeah, Denny almost getting off the shot onto him, but getting set on fire just at the wrong second. And of course, when you're on fire as a sniper and your aim twitches, you can't really do anything about that, and it's very hard to hit things unless you're very, very good. But once
Zabi
again,
really holding on to this crits. It does get popped though. Heavy goes down with it, so they did make some use of it right there.
Yeah, that was good from them. That was what they needed to do to try and get those picks. But you know, SFS, and they've got the picks. You know, KÄFTEN have lost a lot of players, and they've got the point.
It's a matter of holding it right now, but they're not really in a good position to do so. They don't have their combo aggressively on the cliff, and right now, KÄFTEN just bringing their combo off their own cliff, recapping point immediately.
Yeah, they were a bit slow to do that, though, I think. They could have been a lot faster. Especially after that crits had killed the demo and... No, hang on. I'm getting confused between which team is which. Ugh. Highlander. So confusing sometimes.
SFS crits, and they just got the heavy off of them. Not right now, before. Both teams are at 100% though.
Yeah.
Crits coming out of SFS right now.
Yeah.
Uber popped in response.
Yeah, watching Caps just surfing all over the place is just so entertaining, and just flies about the place, just turning slowly while he's Ubered. You know, it looks nice, you know. But KÄFTEN are going to hold this point, you know. They're getting enough picks out. The only one go... Oh, I say that, and then they lose a load of players. They're just like deliberately, every time we say someone's winning, the other team deliberately starts to win. It's ridiculous.
It's on Viaduct, you're just seeing a lot of picks go down really fast. On my spectator HUD, you'll see like all of one team up, and then all of a sudden, 4 or 5 are down.
Yeah. It's just it's just basically one long scrappy fight, really. It's not coordinated pushes as such. It's just scrappy fight after scrappy fight with respawns constantly coming in.
And Viaduct, I mean, if you do wait to get a solid push off, if you wait for a crits, I mean, you give up a lot of cap time. And there's only 3 minutes of it, like, to waste.
Yeah, you don't really want to waste too much time. I'll agree with that, but I think they could, you know, I think both teams could, you know, take maybe 20 seconds to just slow down and just concentrate on the push, and not just sort of keep suiciding around and then losing players to bad plays, things like that.
I mean, it just appears that each team, like, sees that one is way down. Oh, both teams exchanging Uber. Looks like SFS did switch over right there to Uber. And just an awkward Uber exchange right there.
Yeah.
KÄFTEN's gonna try and jump on a mid, get something done. Heavy does go down for SFS, but KÄFTEN's just gonna back out.
Yeah, Angel Demaria, the soldier for KÄFTEN, actually getting... He's jumping in and he's getting a lot of work
this
done.
is to watch.
And in fact, yeah, that's...
I mean, both teams are about 3 players down right now. 4 down, though, on KÄFTEN right there. Looking like SFS might be able to push back on a mid. Nope, because they're 4 down now.
Yeah, and in fact, they're getting cleaned up there. A lot of their players in the spawn wave. Yeah, sorry? Yeah? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it's alright, sorry.
Okay, well, it appears Raushi has been disconnected or something. So I'm gonna be... Oh, you're back?
No, I've been here all the time.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't talking. I was very
speaking.
confused right there.
I was definitely speaking.
You were?
Yep.
I wasn't getting that then.
Oh. Okay, well that's lovely and confusing. Technical issues, of course, wonderful, always fun to happen. But as we watch SFS actually just pretty much just take this point right now, and they're going to get some time on it, but KÄFTEN comes in with the Uber, not really finding anyone at the moment. Tobert goes down to a headshot, and Anubis and Lex actually going down there as well. And they're just going to pretty much cap this point. I think SFS lost enough players that they can't really defend this particularly well, especially as that medic and heavy get caught out there. A lot of players suiciding onto the point. Are they going to be able to do it? No, they're going to get shut down, and that's going to be, I think, GG. I think.
That is game.
Yeah.
So that is the second map going to KÄFTEN. Do they play best 2 out of 3, or is there another map they're going to be playing?
Nope.
Okay.
It's only 2 maps. If one team had won one and one team had won the other, it would have been 1-1 basically on the point score for Wireplay. But no, KÄFTEN of course winning both. They won. What was the first map? What was it called? Protest. That was the one. Christ, couldn't remember his name then. It's promising, isn't it, for a TF2 caster? But yeah, Protest. They won 1-0 after a long, intensely drawn out series of fights. They won 1-0, and Viaduct as a 3-0. So that's going to be that's going to put KÄFTEN, slightly higher in the division tables at the moment. In Division 1, which is of course what this division is in Wireplay, the top division. We have High Panda, which is a mixed team. We've got Hepper, which is a Finnish team. We have Killswitch, which is a very old school Highlander team. We have Daratutu, which is of course the French team. They're in 4th. It's All Good in 5th, SFS in 6th, and KÄFTEN in 7th. And our 8th position is held by a team called Marble Polecats, who have unfortunately dropped. But
this win for KÄFTEN over SFS is going to bump them up and probably put them in 5th or 6th or 5th or 4th place there, which is good for them, obviously. They want as many points as possible. In fact, yeah,
it's a very good game right there.
That might even put them drawing 2nd, in fact, looking at the point scores. I think it will, in fact, yeah. They'll be drawing 2nd with Hepper, which was the team that they lost to in Week 1. Then again, they have played a lot more matches than everyone else. They've played 4, whereas everyone else has played 3 and 2. So, you know, pretty good, pretty evenly matched game. A very, very scrappy game as well there, over on 2 maps. But you know, it wasn't. I don't think it was too boring to watch. I hope we weren't too boring to listen to. Next, any final thoughts? Any final words that you'd like to play to the air?
Well, I was just very glad to get a really good game. That was evenly matched. I think KÄFTEN, like, they really got that victory. That wasn't a roll. That was a very drawn-out, very even, scrappy game right there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at Twitch chat. It's been pretty dead at the moment. Apparently, Alba wants to interview him, but we're not going to interview him because he was a pyro, and pyros are boring. But yeah, that was pretty much a GG. I don't think there's much we can say. In fact, there is one thing I have to say to Russian Guyevich, who is in chat. I am not Dermot O'Leary. I will never be Dermot O'Leary, and you can go away and stop calling me Dermot O'Leary. It's not true. I do not sound like him. He's Irish, for God's sake. Anyway, sorry, he annoys me. Anyway, we've been Blackout Gaming TV. I've been Ryushi. With me is Nexus, and covering all the delicious action and streaming it out to your wonderful viewing pleasure is Heavy as GPS.